These are my winners and losers for NXT August 27th, 2025. Our first winner is the one and only blindfold match. Lexus continues to slowly, and I mean slowly, improve his stock. Imagine trying to explain this to someone who doesn't even watch pro wrestling normally. Anyways, Miles Bourne and Lexus are squared up in this match because Lexus hit Miles with the pepper spray last week. Upon entry, Miles tells the crowd he needs them loud when he's within striking distance. He needs to feel their energy. After some goofy back and forth and missed attacks, Lexus rakes the eyes of the ref, accidentally of course, and then removes his hood to low blow Miles and get the victory. It was funny and at least a change of pace from the standard NXT feud. With Miles being deaf, he was down 2 senses and managed to compete fairly. Lexus is a fine, smarmy heel, and it wasn't the worst the night had to offer. Also, let's do a quick dishonorable mention right here. During this match, Lexus turns to the camera and says, "I'm better than you and you know it." My dude, I can't let that one fly. Stealing the top heel in pro wrestling's catchphrase is just terrible. But you know what? I'm sure it was just an accident and he didn't mean to say it. But yeah, after Dragon Lee stole the hidden blade on Raw, my radar is working overtime right now. And our first loser of the night is the Olympian gimmick. Look, I get it. Being a former Olympian is a natural transition to pro wrestling when your career is over. The issue I have here is the amount of people they use with this angle. I mean, there are 2 in NXT right now. They use this all the time. Gable Stevenson, Chad Gable, going back to Mark Henry and Kurt Angle. The issue is that none of these people have Kurt Angle's natural charisma. I don't want to sound like this is just to knock Tyra because I think she's got a strong future ahead and she's talented, and I'm sure it's just a starting point that makes sense for a lot of the talent. They just need to put a new wrinkle in it because when the crowd is chanting for Alba, the heel, you know you've missed. Before we keep on with this list, be sure to like this content and give me a subscribe. You know what to do. Our next winner of the night is Oba Femi. Safe to say, after Oba dispatched the young OG, the NXT Championship will not be changing hands anytime soon. And you know what? Maybe my commentary is more of an L commentary. But if you mean to tell me the best competitors they have to challenge are Josh Briggs and Ricky Saints. Ricky Saints looks like a backup dancer for Michael Jackson. And Briggs, I'm just not buying 100% yet. There is a lot of potential there, though. I think it's just his goofy look with the tats that's throwing me off. My point here is just to illustrate the ranks of the men's division. Because after Javon and Trick, there's a whole lot of nothing. Let's just keep Oba in NXT for the next year and have him go down as the all-time great. Because none of these guys are worthy of dethroning him. The next loser on this list is Dark State. Look, I've been high on these guys for making me laugh through the previous weeks, but it's such a weird thing with them. Again tonight, fresh off the tag title win at Heatwave, they surround a bunch of baby faces in the ring with their super menacing entrance. It's a 4-on-2 numbers game. Then Hank and Tank run in for the save, completely foiling the plans of Dark State and running them out of the ring. This has happened twice in recent memory. Like, they're still trying to figure shit out as a team, and sadly, they just take another L. And to pile onto that, there was just no anal sex joke from Cutler James, my guy. Honorable mention goes out tonight for the women's speed belt. The stream likes the idea of inserting another belt that can travel across shows, as long as the winner defends it on NXT. The women's roster is just insanely stacked on NXT, and this gives WWE the ability to pull in temporary talent into the Performance Center from the other shows. They listed the names of the initial competitors for the speed belt, and it was a bunch of people I hadn't heard much about. So they gain new exposure, and they only have to give 5 minutes of TV time per match. It all makes sense, and it makes planning easy, working like a sort of Max Caster Open Challenge similar to AEW. Overall, a very poor effort from NXT, a 4 out of 10. Heatwave absolutely sucked outside of Javon and Obi, and there wasn't much to celebrate here. The main event was Zaruka and Lola squaring up against Fatal Influence was the reason to watch this week. That action was high octane, full on, full throttle, and an absolute party. Those girls brought it, and it showed. Anyways, if you're looking for more Wrestling React content, consider joining a live stream on my Twitch. I stream nightly reaction shows to Raw, NXT, Dynamite, SmackDown, and Collision. And if you're looking for Stardom and New Japan content, we've got that too. We have watch parties on Discord on Friday and Saturday nights. Your new wrestling community is right here. Come on by the hall and say hi. That's it for this video. Enjoy pro wrestling. Be awesome to each other. Blue Thunder bombs for all and all that stuff. And I'll see you next time.